Ezra, perek, Dalet. Vayishmeu tzarei Yehuda uBinyamin. The enemies of Yehuda and Binyamin found out. So we need to find out, who are these tzarei Yehuda? Are they the same Amei Haaretz that we saw in Perek Gimel or not? Needs to be discussed here. Anyhow, these Tzarei Yehuda uBinyamin, these enemies of Bnei Yehuda and Binyamin, found out Ki Bnei HaGola, that the people who have returned, the refugees, are Bonim Heichal Hashem Elokei Yisrael. They are presently building and actively building a Heichal, a place of worship for God, the God of the Jewish people. Vayigshu el Zerubbabel ve'el Roshei Ha'avot. They approached Zerubbabel, recognizing that he is their political leader, and they approached the other leaders that returned with the Jews. Vayomru lahem, and they said to them, Nivne imachem, let us build with you. Ki kachem nidrosh le'elokechem, because like you, we seek out your God, Elokechem. Notice they don't say Elokeinu. V'lo anachnu zovchim, and to him we give sacrifices. Miyimei Asar Chadon melech Ashur, since the days of Asar Chadon, the king of Ashur, hama'ale otanu po, who brought us to this place. Now, what's something is very interesting here, it's really one of the few times we've seen so far in the text of Ezra, something called akri uktiv. Akri uktiv is when you read a word not necessarily the same way it is spelled. Look over here. Either the Tzarei Yehuda are saying, Nivna imachem, allow us to build with you because we too seek out your God. Vilo, and to him, anachnu zovchim, we give sacrifices. That is the way it is Kri, that's the way that we read it. The question is, that's not the way it's written from the word katav. How is it actually written in the text? Nivnei imachem, let us build with you. Ki kachem nidrosh, because like you, we seek out le'elokechem, your God. Velo anachnu zochem, and we are not sacrificing to him, almost implying perhaps that their worship of Hashem is not necessarily 100% appropriate. Mimei Asar Chadon, anyhow, we've been worshiping your God since the days of Asar Chadon, the king of Ashur, and we will speak about who these Tzarei Yehuda are and why Ashur has placed them there in order to worship God. Well, the leaders of the Jews of Yehuda and Benjamin are now in a pickle. Do they allow these goyim to help them build? Vayomer lahem Zerubbabel, the Yeshua, the political and religious leader, respond, Usha Roshei Ha'avot liYisrael, and all the other leaders that the Jews have at the time, and they say, Lo lachem vilanu livno bayit le'elokenu. We cannot together with you build a house to Hashem, our God. Ki anachnu yachad, because we together, implying to the exclusion of anyone else, nivne laHashem Elokei Yisrael, we will build for Hashem, our God. Why? And now they're revoking the permission that they have from Cyrus. Kasher tzivanu hamelech Koresh melech Paras. They seem to be saying, oh, it's not because we don't want to build with you, but they're implying that the reason why they are not using the Tzarei Yehuda to help them build is because they need to do it exactly as Cyrus decreed, which was that only the Jewish people should build Hashem's Beis HaMikdash. Vayhi Am Haaretz, and then it says that Am Haaretz, the people of the land, again, are they the same people as the Tzarei Yehuda? Unclear. Vayhi Am Haaretz mirapim yidei Am Yehuda. Somehow they are tiring or wearing out the Jews of Judah. Umivahalim otam livnot, and they seem to be delaying them or stirring the pot and not allowing them to build. V'sochrim alehem yoatzim, they are hiring advisors, lahafer atzatam, in order to overturn all the plans of the Jewish people and their construction. From when to when? Kol Yemei Koresh Melech Paras, from the days of Cyrus, the king of Persia, which, if you remember, Cyrus became emperor in the year 539 and allowed them to rebuild only starting the year 538. So it implies that Am Haaretz seemed to be taunting the Jews and stopping them from building from the beginning of the Cyrus decree in 538. Ve'ad malchut Daryavish melech Paras, and it extended until the time period of Darius, the king of Paras, who was the second king after Cyrus. First there was Cyrus, then there was Cambyses, and then Daryavish. We will go through them in class. And Daryavish began to be king in the year 522, and until the year 522, the Jews were somehow taunted by these Amei Haaretz. And then it tells us, almost parenthetically, Ubimalchut Achashverosh, and during the kingdom of Achashverosh, a later Persian ruler, perhaps Xerxes, perhaps not, again, unclear whether it's the same Achashverosh as that in the Purim story. B'tchilat Malchuto, in the beginning of Achashverosh's kingdom, Katvu Sitna, a hate letter was written, Al Yoshvei Yehuda v'Yerushalayim, against the Jews of Yehuda and Jerusalem. So again, there seems to be a lot of taunting going on, but it's unclear when it began and when it ended, and whether or not it continued or started again during the reign of Achashverosh. Ubiyamei Artaxashta, another king of the Persians, and during the days of Artaxerxes, Katav, a bunch of people, wrote another hate letter, Bishla Mitudat Vael Ushar Kanoto, and a whole bunch of other hooligans that were with them. Al Artaxashta Melech Paras, they sent a letter to the king Artaxashasta, the king of Persia, Ukatav HaNishtvan, and it is written initially in Aramaic, Ubiturgam Aramaic, and it's also explained into Aramaic. And next time around, we will actually look inside at the letter that was received by Artaxashasta and the way these Am Haaretz tried to taunt Bnei Israel.